welkom hier bij ons. Nice om je te zien uiteindelijk in het vlees.
Nice meeting you as well.
Yeah, we've got to switch to English. It's not our home language, but yeah, it's nice to see you. Nice to eventually meet you. Heard a lot about you. Apparently, you started IX way back, and obviously you guys are the owners engineers on the project. You've been appointed. I'm busy doing the DD on the project. The project was introduced to me by Dwayne, as you're well aware, from Fairmont. And from there on, I met with Lucas and them just to bring you up to speed. And then from Lucas, I said I'd like to meet obviously with you guys just to see what you've done, how far you are. Take me through that process a little bit so I can just understand that.
Yeah, so IX Engineers actually goes back to originally to 1977 in history. That was a good experience on the energy exposure, oil and gas, mining and infrastructure. And then in 2015 we actually looked at how can we improve on our BEE within our infrastructure business unit, which I was driving at WIA. And that ended up on they giving us an opportunity to do a management buyout, which we exercised in 2016. Okay. So officially the 1st of September 2016 we started IX Engineers. Yeah, so then on Baphalane we got appointed by Baphalane Development Trust, actually through Wayne, which we also met prior to us actually getting involved in my early days as well.
Okay.
And in that case we identified this as a pilot project where we can get a community themselves as a project owner involved in the project. For that reason we also brought in some job creation. And we introduced agrivoltaics, which is a concept of also bringing in solar into the agricultural side, so that by providing solar you can actually farm below those
below the structure
as well.
Then, eh? Where did that idea come from? From IX, from the community?
Well, it came from us, but I mean there were already similar projects done in Europe, Spain, which was more of the
so the community bought into the idea,
and they bought
you
into
then developed it.
They bought into that idea.
Okay, great. That sounds
At the same time, they were looking to look at and create long-term assets with the funds that they have in hand and maximize their income in the process and creating jobs for the communities. Originally, we looked at then. After we just started on phase 1, which is 100 megawatt at Baphalane phase 1. Okay. The community adjacent came on board and said but they want to also participate, Manseri. Okay. That is under investment company called Manseri Investment Holdings. Okay. And we then looked at the total project at that original stage with a phase 2 for Baphalane. Yeah, as a phase 2 for Baphalane development. We then looked at the connectivity to Spitskop substation of Eskom. We were at 550 megawatt originally in total, but we've solar PV, but we then reduced it to 500 to match the size of one substation at Spitskop itself. So we, at that stage, started to do the concept designs on all the phases, so that we can actually look at what is the best transmission line that can connect the 3 phases to Spitskop. And then develop those in phases, starting with Baphalane phase 1, 100 megawatt and battery storage. Because of the environmental processes that started for every site, We've included battery storage just to make sure that so that it's covered in the EIA, and authorization at least allows for that, yeah, correct.
Well, yeah, that from our side I think would be good enough for today's meeting. Very excited from our side to get involved. Thanks for sharing your time with us, enlightening us on what you've done and what IX has done and where they've come from. Okay, for that it's then enough. I'm happy with what I've heard. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Appreciate it so much, and I'll let you know. I'll share the email with you and with your team, and let's meet you at your office next time.